Hey lovelies, welcome back to the channel. For those that are joining us for the first time, I am Boy. I'm a nurse. I practice adult nursing in the United Kingdom. I've been in the UK for nearly 2 years now, and I have avoided to speak about carers, like how to become a carer in the United Kingdom. I have my own reasons, but I've seen that people are asking a lot about this. So today we are going to talk about how you can be a carer in the United Kingdom. So stay tuned. So what does it take for you to be a carer? It actually does not need you to have any kind of qualification, but because it's in high demand, there is also high competition. So England, Northern Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, they all have their own different care guidelines. So when you apply for a carer position and you want to apply in Wales, you need to check the eligibility criteria on the Social Care Services website. If you want to do care in Scotland, check the eligibility criteria on Scotland Social Services. The same thing with England and Northern Ireland. I'll try to link the websites under this video so that you can be able to click on that link. They will direct you to the government website for social services for each country. When you are coming to do care, like I've seen so many videos, I used Nanelle Criselda and Tochi Esther for my own research. Most of the times I will refer to their YouTube videos, and if you can go in all the videos that talk about care jobs, you can see the testimonies of so many people that say, oh, thank you, Nanelle. Oh, thank you, Tochi. You have done a lot of work without even knowing me, and I am in the UK. Kudos. I like it. But care job in the UK is heavy. Let me not just say in the UK. Where I am in Wales, I have heard so many people that are attesting to what I'm saying. Care job is heavy. It's not for the faint-hearted. Let me give you a highlight. So if you want to come and work as a carer, you need to have high levels of patience. That I will re-stress, emphasize, for you to understand that working as a carer, you need high levels of patience. The other thing that you need to have as a carer is to love what you're doing. You need to love the work. Don't come here just because you want to up my grade and you're going to do things that are not ayoba. Go watch BBC about stories of people that have been arrested based on abuse that they imposed on people they were caring for. You don't want to be one of those people, I assure you. So let's get into what you need to be a carer. For you to become a carer, you don't need any qualification. You also do not need to have any sort of knowledge in health. But if you really want to become a carer in UK, I would advise you to have at least certification in care job, and maybe you have volunteered in hospital or in any hospice or caring for people with disabilities and so on and so forth. That will give you high chances of being selected. I'm saying this because there is high demand of carers, number one, and there is also high competition of people applying. Now, for people to be cared for, they are assessed by social workers, nurses, doctors, psychiatric team. Like there is a huge MDT. Okay, let me not use abbreviation. There is a big multidisciplinary team that will help assess this particular person if they need care assistance. So once the conclusion has been made, there will be a diagnosis, and there will be a care plan. The care plan is done based on the assessment that has been done by a multidisciplinary team involving family members, the patient himself, and the care home or the residential home or the hospital or their own home they will be living at. So that's number one. After this person has been assessed, the care plan has been put in place. You, as a carer, you should know about the care plan. You should know the needs of the person that you're going to care for. This means you need to know their mobility status. You need to know if in case of death, what are their wishes. You need to know their spirituality, their sexuality, communication level. There's a whole lot. There's a lot of information that you need to know about this person. But to mention a few, the basic ones that you need to know is the nutrition, mobility, speech, sexuality, spirituality, communication, and also how to keep them safe, safeguarding. So there's just too much that you need to know. So when you work in a care homes are different. There are small care homes, there are medium care homes, there are large care homes. There are care homes for dementia, Parkinson's. There are care homes for physical disability. There are also care homes for mental health issues. There are so many types of care homes in the UK. So when you apply, you need to make a research to know which part of the UK care home setting that you want to work for, so that when you start to compile your certification in care, you redirect it to a specific task. Like if you want to work in a disability care home, you will not need to know about spinal injuries, leg injuries, and everything like that. If you want to work in a dementia unit, you will need to know about dementia. If you want to work in care homes, residential homes, you need to know about anything related to residential care homes. So there are two companies that I know of that you can be able to do certification in care homes. The certification in care, not care homes, certification in care. So there is Florence Academy. Their courses are free, but their certificates are legit. You can be able to produce to boost your CV, and it's available for everyone around the world. There is also Care Skills Academy, but their courses are payable. You need to pay to undertake the courses. After you completed all the courses, you will get certification. So when you have certification, you stand a higher chance of being selected as a carer. You know why I'm talking about certification? Because the eligibility criteria for you to become a carer in the UK, you don't need to have any qualification background. But we are working with professors. To tell you the truth, people are applying, nurses are applying as carers, doctors are applying as carers, professors are applying as carers. Like, we are seniors to professors at work. So good people, you need to have that sense of longing. You have to have passion. You have to have love, so that you can be able to work as a carer. Working as a carer in the UK is hard. It's very hard. You need to have high tolerance, or you need to have high levels of patience. I worked as a carer before I can be fully registered as a nurse, and during that time, I think it was about 4 months, if I'm not mistaken. During these 4 months, I learned a lot about care, and it was not the easiest. Believe me, I worked as a nurse since 2009, but being a carer was the hardest I have ever done in my entire life. So if you want to do care job, please make sure that you have put your mindset and looked into it. So what are the types of roles, the roles that you'll be performing as a carer? Number one, you'll be doing personal care. You will be doing mobility support. You will be doing shopping, taking them out. You will be feeding them. Sometimes some of the carers are even giving medications. So this is why you need to have certification. And when I mean personal care, I mean washing, bathing, showering, toileting. If this person is wearing pads, as in, I know back home they are called diapers, but here they are called pads. So if someone is wearing pads, you need to carry out the cleaning session either after bowel movements or urinating. So that's how deep it goes. So if you have not been trained as a carer before, it's not easy. If someone is palazing, you will have to clean that. If this person is not able to move in bed, you'll be moving them in bed, changing positions. If this person, let's take for an example, you are working in a unit of dementia. Dementia is a cruel disease. It affects the brain. Even though it doesn't affect the whole brain, the part of the brain that has been affected, if let's say this person's brain affected part is the sleep center, I'm telling you, that person will be finding it difficult to fall asleep. He will be walking around the home 24 hours, days without sleep. Let's say this other individual is having a dementia that affects speech center. This person will not be able to express themselves. He will not be able to tell you, I'm not hungry. He will not be able to tell you, I need a toilet. He will not be able to tell you, I don't want drink at the moment. So for them to communicate their expression, you would be fighting back. So you need to be learned in those fields to be able to care for such people. And if you are in a care home, it's even worse, because there are different individuals with different care plans and with different diagnosis. So even if it's a dementia has types. There's vascular dementia, like if you are in a care home and these people have dementia, all of them, but let me tell you, they will be behaving differently, all of them. So let's say you work a 12-hour shift, you come in at 9 and you go back at 9. Starting at 9 up until 9, dealing with such, you need a set mental health up here. You need to have had a communication with yourself to be able to care for someone so that you don't make a mistake of abusing a person. Because the legislature here, the Mental Health Act, you will be in jail. So yeah, people, I want you to take a moment. If you want to come and work here, I've been avoiding I've been avoiding to make a video about carers, but I just want to highlight you. So this is what you will be doing then. So carers can work in the home as live-in carers. You can also do domiciliary care work as in going from house to house, and then you can also work in a care home or in hospital. It's hard, it's heavy. I've done it. It's physical, it's even mental. It's not easy. Let alone the pay. The pay, according to me, does not match the amount of work the carers do. So if you come here and you are paid about £11 per hour, or let's say I think it has been changed that it's about 16-15 pounds per hour, right about there, and you come here, you have a family, you have children that you need to care for, those two people are going to be affected. You are going to be tired. You will also need to care for your child. You will also be needed to fulfill your household tasks as a wife or as a husband, and you will also be needed to do child care. That's my point. Okay. Childcare in this country is different compared to back home in Africa. And I think cultural differences are also the things that affect childcare. Your children are your children. You will not be leaving your children in the house by themselves if they are below 15. So if they are 15 years and above, that's when they can stay in the house by themselves, but not more than 24 hours. So if you have children less than 15 years, maybe there are two, and you are a single parent, how are you going to handle childcare and work at the same time? It's going to be hard. You will have to pay for child services. You will have to pay for someone to come and look after them. And let's go back to the pay. You have £15 per hour. How much is it going to be at the end of the month? How much are you paying for rent? How much are you paying for transport? How much are you paying for food? How much are you saving? But if you are coming as two, it's you and your partner, and both of you are going to be working. It will be easier because there will be two salaries, and then you can negotiate with the employers that, can I work these days so that my partner can work these days and be able to care for children when I'm working, and I will care for children when he is working. So that's how things are here. So if you want to learn more, comment section below, comment what you want me to elaborate on, because I think what I've said here, it's just too much. Comment down below what you want me to elaborate, or what the topics that you want me to cover under being a carer in the UK. All right, thank you for watching this video this far. I will see you in the next one. Bye.